What's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. You can call me whatever you'd like. Lighting's a little bit different in here tonight. Welcome to Monday night giveaways at around 11 o'clock, about an hour from now. We're going to do our four bi-weekly giveaways. If you want to get in on those giveaways, you got to join my Patreon. The fourth giveaway is run outside of Patreon, but the first three are Patreon only. In order to do so, you go over to CiottiFPV.com. The very top link is Patreon, or you can just search for CiottiFPV on Patreon. You'll find me. $5, $10, and $20 a month tiers will get you entered for tonight's giveaway, and then two weeks from now as well. I need to edit a post over there real quick. There we go. Okay. So yeah, if you want to get in on the 3 Patreon specific giveaways tonight, you can certainly do that. Or you can just wait for the 4th giveaway that you're going to be able to get in on with PayPal or Super Chats, but not until I say go. So make sure you wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Is something's going on? Is something going on? Why is the audio weird? What's happening? Did I put the mic on? I might have hit the wrong button on the mic. Hold on. Let me quit out of OBS. Bear back. All right, that should be better. Somehow the mic got switched over from 48K to 44.1. Let me know if that's fixed. Awesome. Thank you, Daniel. I assume you guys could still understand me, even if I sounded weird. So I will just keep going. Over on, this is my full-time job. If you'd like to see these live streams continue and for me to continue to be able to eat, I need support from people like you. Over on my website, there's a bunch of affiliate links. Those are things that you can do completely for free every time you're placing an order on Amazon, FPV Cycle, FPV Crate, omagod.com, and a bunch of other websites. If you hit my affiliate link before you check out, or if you just replace your bookmark with my affiliate link, I will get 1 to 6% of your shopping cart and use that to keep doing this. So that's a free way that you can help me out. You can also click thumbs up, leave comments on a video, tell your friends, that kind of thing. Or if you have a couple extra dollars, Patreon helps me out the most. But I've got an Etsy store that I spent hours on today, a Fiverr page where I'm going to work one-on-one with you, and I've got a Teespring store as well. If you order anything from those 3 places, you're going to get entered to win this full build kit. I didn't realize that all of my Etsy items had expired at the end of the year. I was gonna wrap this giveaway up this Wednesday, but yeah, I don't think it's enough time. So this giveaway is gonna run for 1 week, for the next week. Monday of next week, where we don't have our regular 4 giveaways, is when this giveaway is going to end. And here's how it works. For every $5 that you spend, most of my items on those spots are $5. For every $5 you spend, you get entered to win once. This build kit has some funny TPU. It's got 2 of these 75 or 85, I think they're 85, don't quote me on that, frames. This one's glow in the dark, and limited edition Caddx Tarsier Beta FPV VTX that's meant to sit on top of this cool pod for the Tarsier. 2 of these Beta FPV 300 mAh 3S batteries, an AIO 4S 2 to 4 F4 2 to 4S 12 amp. Set of Newbie Drone Flow 1102. At some point I'll memorize the KV. 11,420 kV. Some propellers and some other random stuff. Little XM receiver. A full build. You can do a full build with this. I had planned on doing it, but I've got like 6 or 7 or 8 other builds still waiting to be done. And so, yeah, I want to move this along to somebody who can actually build it this century. So, yeah, get yourself some cool shit with my silly logo on it, and maybe you'll win, like, this is $200 and something. It's probably almost $300 worth of stuff, right? The Tarsier was like $100 back when they sold it. AIOs are now like $1 million. These motors are 12, 11, whatever per. So yeah, there you go. I'm Yeah, and that canopy is cool. I love how that canopy pushes the Caddx Tarsier up really far. I don't think you'll have props in view. I think that could be a really interesting little, like, cinematic-ish thing. Or not. Maybe it's terrible. I'm sure it's not, though. I mean, that's kind of silly because the red light's on the other side, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it. Oh, it just got brighter. Yeah, I don't know. It works. In the chat, Chuck Sauls, Rob Axelson, B-Man, JRFPV, Glenn Burnett, Richard Riot9, Frank Nicholas, Espander, Grizz FPV, Dan636, Cody SA, Lucas Celeste, Rob Axelson, License to Drive, Neo Flyer, Espander again, Schizophrenic FPV, Demenis, Richard, T-Bird, License to Drive, Compost Pile, Quadzimoto, Rob Axelson, Dan636 again, Gator FPV, Freelojo, Kazi, Free Range Chicken, Max Whalen, Richard, Remy Tim, Glenn Burnett, Remy Tim again, Free Range Chicken, Glenn Burnett again, Compost Pile, Neek FPV. If you want the Gangly Man to read your name, you got to get in early, you got to say something. If you want to talk directly to me, all you've got to do is type CiottiFPV into the chat. You don't have to put an @ in front of it, but you can. You do have to spell it right, and you can't put a space in between Ciotti and FPV. If I'm not answering your question, it's your fault, not mine. Because I read every single comment, even if the stream has to go late, where you folks tag me. If you would like to me to read your comment and you want to support the madness that is trying to do FPV full-time, you can do a super chat. If you don't want YouTube to take 30% of your money with a super chat, you can go to CiottiFPV.com and there's a PayPal button, and then just tag me in the chat and say, yo, I sent you $5 or $10 or $10,000 if you're independently wealthy and super generous. Tonight we're going to be playing around with Ghost a little bit because the toothpick is finished. I just threw it the rest of the way together last night. There wasn't much that needed to be done, so I just kind of knocked it out after the stream. And yeah, it came out really clean. It's got a Runcam Nano 4 something or other camera on there, and what I believe to be a Mobula canopy. We'll see how that does. These are Talon 1204 8400 kV motors. I'm going to be running this on 2S. There's the Ghost antenna. I'm just going to zip tie it right up to the back here, but I don't have it yet because I need to get at the button. But yeah, it's going to get zip tied right there, just like that, which should be pretty cool. They seem to have put two little things here, two little lips. They put little lips on the other side, which do a really good job at holding the zip tie. That's an incredible little touch. So yeah, this should be interesting. And then this, of course, is the module. The time that I spend with Ghost is going to be pretty limited. I'm going to put it on a ripsqueak as well. So this toothpick is I just threw this together to have something super quiet that I can fly out in front of Maggie's place to not piss off the neighbors if the neighbors get mad about the ripsqueaks, because they do make some noise. I am also going to put Ghost onto a ripsqueak so that I can go farther and have something with, something that's a little bit more freestyle basher-y. And then that is probably it. I don't think I'm going to put Ghost on a 5-inch rig. What I'm then going to do is flash this with Express LRS. A deal for this came up it was a really good deal. Immersion RC makes really good quality components. At the moment, I think the only other modules are made by Happy Model and Beta FPV, but don't quote me on that. And quite honestly, I just don't trust their quality control. So I would rather give Immersion RC my money, have a good quality component, and then flash it to ELRS. That's just me. Not saying that you should also do that, but that's sort of the plan for this module. But I do want to try Ghost out for a little bit here. The point for me in ELRS is tiny whoops, and those are pretty much the only rigs that I'm going to put it on. Within reason, I don't know. There's a chance. I'm up in the air about the 3-inch rigs. I've been building 3-inch rigs with Crossfire Nanos. I probably will continue to do that because that's what I'm going to be running on, and that's already what I have on all the 5-inch rigs and the Cinewhoops. So I think I would rather just have everything exactly the same. I don't necessarily want to have... I want to be able to fly the ripsqueaks really hard, so I would rather have Crossfire and deal with the same latency, the same everything. Then, when I go to fly the ripsqueaks, they're on ELRS and they have less latency and less range and stuff like that. So yeah, ELRS is realistically just for tiny whoops to get the latency down as low as possible and to get a little bit more range. I actually really don't have range issues with my tiny whoops because I fly them primarily inside, and I use the Newbie Drone BI. What the hell is it called? Newbie Drone has a little diversity FR Sky receiver that works really, really well, and I have it in all of the tiny whoops, and yeah, they're great. But they're old school FR Sky, which is 20-something milliseconds of latency. So I tried to put Red Pine on one of these tiny whoops. Is a V2 Newbie Drone Acro-B board, and that has a built-in receiver on SPI. So I put Red Pine, I clicked the drop-down for Red Pine, and then I went into my transmitter and tried to find multi, and I was like, oh, right, I'm dumb. FR Sky QX7s, and I guess all FR Sky transmitters, they don't have multi-protocol built in. They just have FR Sky built in. So then I started looking around for multi-protocol modules, and then I just realized that's silly because I'd been planning on doing ELRS. Red Pine is a little bit lower latency than ELRS, but I'll bet you that Express LRS has a super low latency mode at some point here that rivals Red Pine. So yeah, there's that. I don't know. Do any of you guys? I guess it's worth asking. Do any of you guys have multi-protocol module? There's English sitting around that you're not using that I can borrow to try Red Pine out and to just fart around with that. And or keep, because I am gonna have that one V2 board with. Oh no, wait, no, never mind. No, I would just need to borrow. I would not need to keep it, because that V2 Acro-B board has an extra UART that I would put ELRS on. Because again, I'm all about like unifying everything, having everything as close as possible to one another. So I want all the tiny whoops to be on the little 1.2 gram Express LRS receivers. You know what I mean? Down the road, not quite yet. That is sort of coming. That's what she said. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight, as well as the giveaways. Once I get caught up on the chat, that's pretty much when we'll do the giveaways. Usually that happens at around 11 o'clock. So stick around and maybe you'll win something. Let me click a couple of buttons here. And I am still on the single monitor because I actually haven't turned the M1 Mac on since I got home yesterday, because I've been trying to get the Etsy store back up. There was like nothing on there. So yeah, I still have a ton of work to do on the M1 Mac to get that thing up and running, but I'll get it going. In the chat, let me get caught up here. Rabaxison says, got my WeMix up and flying. Very cool. B-Man says, what's up, brother? Rabaxison also says, got my negative COVID test results. Got to go back to work tomorrow to know I'm not pregnant. Nice. GrizzFPV says, what's up? Demenis says, what's up? So does T-Bird. Quadzimoto says, good day, big guy. Family Guyver says, what's up, FP? Family Rabaxison says, 5 a.m. is going to come real fast. Freeloja says, welcome to the translucent side. What's the... Oh, right, Ghost. Glenn Burnett says, nice flying. Thank you, dude. He also says, what rig was this? Glide? Freestyle Basher rig? That was a good battery. That was last battery of the day. And that was the third time, I want to say, that I flew stables towards the end. When was that? No, it was in the middle of the year, 2021. May 29th. So that was, maybe that was only the second time I'd been to stables. Second or third time I'd been to stables. But I was really starting to get used to the length of the gaps so that I could do just enough of a throttle blip to give myself enough momentum to come up, launch up over an entire one of the barns and then drop down on the other side. Yeah, I love that spot. It's like just open enough. There is a good amount of scraggle in that spot. You got to really be careful, especially because those trees are so tall. I mean, some of those trees are like 100 feet up. Like that's going to be a bitch to get down. Remy Tim says your voice is helium fucked. Those were everybody saying I'm on helium. Freelojo says you munching voice. B-Man says you suck in helium. Richard says the audio is wanky. Robox says your voice is effed. GrizzFPV says sound like a chipmunk. Dan636 says got some helium. Espander says child. LOL. Robox says oh this is gold. Demenis says chipmunk voice. Robox says should we call you Caitlin? Espander says end chipmunks. Richard says audio sounds like chipmunks. Chipmunk voice. Oh, YouTube just did the thing. Scrolling back up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Remy Tim says fix. Rob Exison says better. Richard says audio is fixed. Freeloader says much better. License to Drive says after the stream ends you gotta rewind and watch the first 5 minutes. It's the mic has done this before. I when you guys said, when I read helium, I was like, oh no, I knew exactly what happened. Gem Fan says hello everybody. Hello everybody. Like CiottiFPV video and your next ESC will burn. Like CiottiFPV's video or your next ESC will burn. Raboxes says, is that a beta FPV frame? That is great. If you're talking about the giveaway, yes, those are 2 beta FPV frames. Carbon Cage is in the house, big and or little, standing completely upside down in Australia. Wild. Bob Noxious says, what's up, Collective and Ciotti? Raboxes says, fire up the iron, let's get to soldering. Freeloader says, just ordered XT30 connectors. I think you're talking about on my Etsy store. Thank you, Freeloader. That's very cool of you. Yeah, again, over on my Etsy store, my Fiverr page, and if you don't want to go through the Fiverr page because they take 13%, you can just message me at CiottiFPV to schedule any of the things that you see on Fiverr. Or you can do it through the Fiverr page. Their messenger kind of sucks, and if you'd rather just do PayPal, it's way easier. I'll still hook you up. But yeah, my one-on-one sessions, the stuff on my Etsy store, which there's going to be a lot more of. I'm going to get a lot more stuff up into the Etsy store tonight and tomorrow. And the Teespring store. Every $5 you spend on any one of those 3 places over the next week until Monday night at the same time slot, every $5 you spend, you're going to get entered to win this full build kit. 2 batteries, 2 frames, AIO, receiver, Caddx Tarsier, $100 FPV, HD cam all in one, full set of 1102 newbie drone motors, some props, bunch of other random stuff. Damn near $300 worth of stuff that you can win for $5. There's only a couple people entered, so if you want to enter a giveaway with really good odds, this is probably the one. Frank Nicholas dropping the links to CiottiFPV.com. Thank you, dude. Heart FPV says, what is a good size / KV motor for a Synolog 25 with an all-up weight at 220 grams? I want you guys to... I know I've been banging on about this lately, but that's what she said. I want you guys to look at this question that Hard FPV asked. I want you to notice something. It starts off like a normal question, right? But then Heart FPV gives really, really, really valuable information. This is how you ask a question, guys. This right here is not a question. Even like, what's a good size motor for 2.5? That's not a good question. This is a good question. This is how you ask a question, guys. Take note. If you want to get a proper answer, this is also how you ask a question where you get educated answers. Hopefully. By asking a question that way, you have a better chance of getting educated answers. How about that? If you ask that, even if you include that info on a Facebook group, you're still going to get a lot of horrifying answers. But that's how you ask a question, friends. Heart FPV, well done. Cinolog 25, all up weight, 220 grams. So that is a 2.5-inch prop rig. The prop, so the Cinologs have prop guards. They don't have prop ducts. So prop guards, you can kind of get away with running 4 and 5 and 6 blade Cinewoop specific propellers on a lot of prop guarded rigs, but you won't get quite as much of a benefit as you will from a ducted rig. The Cinewoop specific propellers don't manage the tip vortices at the end of each blade on the propeller. But if you have a physical barrier that's right up against the outside of that prop, you can get away with it. Because the physical barrier will separate the high and the low pressure zones on the top and the bottom of the blade. The prop ducts do a good job of that because they're nice and tall. The prop guard doesn't do as good of a job with that because it's a lot shorter. And in some cases, like I believe with the Cinologs, they actually put little vents in the damn things too. So motor recommendation here is going to depend, and I haven't tested this yet. I probably won't. I haven't tested if the Cinewoop specific bullnose, that's really what they are. They're bullnose propellers. Not really, but it's the closest word that we have to it. Yeah, I don't know for certain that the bullnose props. I have a feeling that there's a little bit of that it's not that bad, but it's not that great either. It's maybe somewhere in between. The reason why this matters is a motor that's going to work on a 6-blade prop, a 6-blade bullnose prop, versus a motor that's going to work on a tri-blade freestyle or racing prop. Those are two totally different motors. So, Hart, I'm gonna give you two different suggestions here. For the bullnose props, which are going to be way more draggy. You know, they've got 6 blades or 5 blades. They're big, thick blades. Cinewoop propellers are designed to pick up heavy loads, so they're designed to push more air. The motor that I think I would recommend for that would be, and I'm also making the assumption that I can't make the assumption. I have to look up what the bolt pattern is on the Cinolog 25. I was about to say I'm making the assumption that it's a 9x9, but that's a stupid assumption to make. There's no reason for it to be 9x9. Let me see. So we can look up the motors, and then the motors will tell us the bolt pattern because it doesn't appear that they're telling us here. These motors are, would you look at that, 9x9. I'll be dipped in shit. It's one of the weirdest sayings ever. Yeah, that's 9x9. Okay, so, well, so I'm assuming, Heart FPV, that you already have, so these are the motors that it comes with. If you're asking for a motor suggestion, my hunch is that you're not happy with the amount of power that you're getting from these motors. So I'm gonna say if that's the case, get the iFlight 1504 in whatever the high KV is. 3900, I want to say, whatever the highest KV is on the iFlight 1504 motor, and then run those 5 or 6 blade 2.5 inch Cinewhoop specific props. That's really the only other motor that's going to give you more power, but the problem is it's a taller motor, and it's going to potentially move the propeller down, like kind of half out of the little thin prop guard, is the RCX 1306, which you can get in 6,000 kV from MyRCMart. Make sure you get the $25 shipping, otherwise you're going to be waiting for months. Yeah, so that motor is going to make even more power, but it's a excuse me, it's a 6mm tall stator instead of a 4mm tall stator. So like I said, it could push the propeller a little bit too far down, which would hurt efficiency, and it could even put the propeller to the point where like you can cut yourself because it's down far enough where it's out of the range of the little thin prop guard part. So yeah, there's a bunch of suggestions for you, Hart. If any of my assumptions were wrong, just tag me again. Rob Axon says, got my Weebix up and flying on 3S Little Screamer. Very cool. That is 4S. Jesus. Schizophrenic FPV says, just go balls deep into ELRS. V-Man FPV says, hey man, what's the diff between the Happy Model 0802 SE and the 0802EX 25,000 kV? My guess is that one of them is a one-piece bell and the other one is not. You definitely want the one-piece bell. Happy Model 0802. There is also now, though, another option. That's not it. And this is it. HGLRC is making a one-piece bell 25,000 kV 0802. HGLRC isn't actually making this motor. They're just having someone make it for them. So this is another option for us, which is great. At some point, tinywhoop.com will get the Zeus Juice 0802 25,000s back, which are one-piece bell design. And I believe that's it. 0802 25,000s will bring your brushless Tiny Whoop to life in a way I can hardly believe. I have been flying Tiny Whoop every single day. It is so goddamn fun. Now that we have this amount of thrust, it is really awesome. BT 2.0 is real. We Bleed FPV has the Newbie Drone Nitro Nectar Gold batteries, but with BT 2.0 connectors on them. It is nuts. It is absolutely crazy. The past few Whoop Wednesdays and Freestyle Friday from a few days ago have me flying that rig around, and if you haven't seen it yet, you will not believe it. It is, it's nuts. It's pretty wild. So if you've been waiting to build a Tiny Whoop, now is a really good time. In terms of the AIO, I think the Newbie Drone V3 is the one to have. Yes, it's really expensive, but you get what you pay for. I have heard good things about the... well, I haven't heard a lot of horrible things about the Happy Model lightweight AIO that has like the front part cut out for the mob lights. I don't know. There's a new JHEMCU ELRS AIO out that's pretty interesting looking. I haven't really heard anything about it. But yeah, a bunch of different really cool options for us right now. Really, really, really good time to build a Tiny Whoop. Quadmod says, which props for the toothpick? That remains to be seen. I'm hoping that these 1204s will have enough ass to turn these tri-blades, these 3016 tri-blades, but I have a feeling that they won't. I have a feeling that it'll be a little bit over-propped on those, and I'll have to do a bi-blade. The best of the bi-blades are the GemFan 3018s and the brand new Emax Avan 3-inch bi-blades. The Emax bi-blades are a little bit lighter weight, but a little bit less pitch. The GemFans are a little bit heavier and stronger with a little bit more pitch. So get them both, see which ones you like. Hey, I have one of the perks to joining my Patreon. Hey, here's all the perks to joining my Patreon. Email notifications when I go live, including the special Patreon-only live streams. Access to almost 90, a playlist on my YouTube channel here with almost 90 Patreon-only videos, exclusive streams, you know, me taking my pants off. You're going to get access to a whole bunch of technical articles that I've written. A couple of the ones that people really love are how to filter tune the easy way, how to PID tune the easy way, like 5 steps, just simple, straightforward. Potentially you're going to get put into these giveaways, and you're going to get audio versions of these live streams so you can just listen to them as podcasts. And there was a reason that I was talking about this. You're going to get access to my Discord channel where all of these beautiful bastards in the chat hang out all the time and post wonderful stuff. And I am in the Patreon only channel over there called Livestream Live right now. So if you guys want to show me a picture or just, I don't know, talk shit, yeah, I have Livestream Live. Look, see, it's opened here. Look, I'm being a good streamer. Are you guys proud of me? Freelojo says, I found I switched everything over to Ghost. I didn't know that, Freelojo. That's pretty slick. So I'm assuming that you're really happy with it. Paul McDonald says, Axis Flying have one, but it's expensive. What are we talking about, Paul? We talking about modules? That was at 10:15. I think we're talking about modules. Schizophrenic FPV says, EP2 on all the drones. What's EP2? Express 2? Express LRS 2? 2.0, is that it? Big FPV says, you don't want to flash that to ELRS, you don't have the backpack VTX functionality, and don't have Wi-Fi updating. That was the early days. The Ghost module lacks features. Those aren't things that I'm ever really going to use on a Tiny Whoop, so it's all good. Yeah, like I said, I got this really cheap. I have no interest in 2.4 as a link on anything that I fly professionally. This is literally just for Tiny Whoops, so it's, yeah. What else we got? Rabax says, what about Red Pine for your whoops? We talked about that. I would need a multi-protocol thingy. T-Bird says, I sent you MMP in the box before last. And then I gave it away. Look at John Goblin putting a picture of a red Tiny Whoop. Is that, hey John, is that the new cockroach frame, the extra durable cockroach frame? Did you notice any differences to it? FPV Trucker says, what's up? Rolling through Atlanta on my way to Florida. What electronics do you use in your Cinesplorer? I'll be running the FPV Cycle 23 short 3500 kV motors. I do 2004 motors that are 4,000-ish kV, and I don't have like a standard electronic set. They're both different. 20 by 20 ESC, 20 by 20 flight controller, pretty standard. 661 FPV says, no, when you do Red Pine on an MPM, it has a lot of latency. Red Pine works best on internal XJT model that's inside your QX7 now. That's the only way to get the 1 millisecond latency. In my QX7, though, I don't have the option for multi-protocol, which in Joshua's video, he says that's what you need for Red Pine. All I have for options are D16, D8, and there's a, forget what the third one is. This is my backup transmitter, but it'll work. Oh God, eat it. So if I just go to like tiny whoop, select model, yeah, okay, great. I'm happy for you. What's happening? Why are you doing this to me? No, don't. There we go. It only gives me options for XJT, DX16, D8, and LR12 is the other option. LR12. I wonder what this is on. It's that weird noise this thing's making. Strange. I think the little vibrator in there is broken. Okay. So that's interesting. That's fine. I can just put a, it'll just give me a reason to go Express LRS. All right. Where was I? Wow, I'm way behind on chat. Let's go through full speed. Frank Nicholas dropping the link to CiottiFPV.com. One Vision Aerial says, what's up? Rob Exton says, CiottiFPV and Collective, to all stay safe, gotta get some sleep. Rob's probably all sleepy, oh God, my brain. Glenn Burnett says, I think the newbie drone motors are 1202. They are. What did I say? Espander says, spent the last 8 hours finally building my 3-inch micro apex, looking extremely clean and sexy. Might even be classed as porn. It's 3:30 a.m. Big FPV says, don't waste that. Already got that. Paul McDonald says, Family Guyver, that would be so fun. There's a place by me called Sunset Point. No grand. Oh, wait, I'm not tagged in that. Kinetic FPV says, I was checking motor direction on my 6S build in beta flight 2306-1900, and after I was done testing, the motors were a little hot. Is this something to worry about? Yeah, our motors are spec'd out with the assumption that they're going to get airflow. So if our motors are not getting airflow, they are going to heat up. That is totally normal. Yeah, if your motors are not going to get airflow, you want to try to not spin them up for very long, because yeah, they are going to get hot, and if you just keep them spinning and spinning and spinning, they are going to blow up. Espander says it's alive. Hard FPV says, I have some Gemfan D63 ducted props I haven't flown yet. Those will work really well. I bought it used and had to replace the AIO. Now the winding broke loose up under the bell of the motor. Jesus. B-Man FPV says, you know, T-Motor has a 25,000 kV O2 as well. Good call, B-Man. I forgot about that one. That's another really good one. Some of you guys saw me test the prototype of that motor here. Oh, wait, no. So the prototype that they sent me of that motor was 22,000 kV, and my feedback to them was, everybody has a 22,000 kV motor, and nobody has a 25,000 kV motor, so you should make this 25,000. And they listened, and that's, like, rad. So yeah, I already love T-Motor, and the fact that they, you know, took feedback and actually did something with it was like, Jesus, because that's pretty out of the norm in my experience. Coilocker says, I hope all is well. Going to build Tooth Fairy 2 Whoop from FPV Cycle. Got a set of the Stand FPV molded ducts for it. What's your opinion on which motors to run? I prefer 2004s at about 3,500 kV to 4,000, sometimes as low as 3,000. Depends on what your payload is going to be. But yeah, I mean, you're basically building a Cinesplore, and that's the combo that's on all my Cinesplores. So if you want to hear more about those motors, I built the majority of both of the Cinesplores I built here on the live streams. So just go to my channel, go to videos, which will show you all the videos, and there's a little search field, and just search for Cinesplore, and that'll find all the live streams with me building the Cinesplores, talking about those motors. Demenis put tri-blades on his 1S 3-inch and it flew like a butt cheek. Frank Nicholas dropping the link to CiottiFPV.com. Again, Remy Tim dropping the link, the Patreon, oh, fucking A. The Patreon link to over there. Hard FPV, I bought it and was told it was like new. When I got it, had so much conformal coating, it looked like someone used the whole thing hot glue covered the whole board. Monodiskin says, RDQ sold out of that JHE MCU board almost instantly. The RX is full non-SPI version. Hope it's good. Athix says the 3016s are nice. For the 1202 and a halves, was okay with them. I think the 1204 will be fine for the 3016. I got more pop with the 3018. So I'm basing a bunch of my toothpick thoughts right now on. I mean, I have had one in the past with 1204s, but I didn't really fly it much. More recently, Emax sent me the Nanohawk S, which is different because it's only one S. This came with 1202 and a half, 11,000 kV motors, and it came with these. This is the rig where they sort of debuted these new biblades, 3-inch biblades, the Avans, and these motors are a half decent match for this propeller, but when I went to the heavier and more pitchy Gemfan 3016, the motors couldn't keep up. They're a more pitchy prop, and it was making a little bit more power, but the PID loop was noticeably worse, which basically means that you've got an overpropped setup at that point. Yeah, for me, this is in my opinion for the way that I want things to fly. I actually just today I moved this thing over. I found a set of Beta FPV 1103 15,000 kV motors, and I put those on, and they're a little bit better. They're definitely a little bit better, but now I can feel that the limitation is the 1S battery. So I'm really happy that I built this toothpick to be 2S. The only thing I'm scared is this is a lot heavier. So I almost wish I'd built this for 3S. The AIO will take 3S, and I can just motor scale these down. So maybe I'll end up doing that. But I was really hoping to get away with 2S. But just as an example, this rig without propellers is 61.5 grams versus the Nanohawk X, which is 40 grams right on the nose. So this is considerably heavier, and I'm a little bit worried, but whatever, we'll find out. But yeah, these 1103s are definitely better, but it's still it still doesn't quite have enough power, in my opinion. So this Nanohawk will be a giveaway at some point here, because yeah, I'm not gonna. I had these motors, sitting around, so it was fine to kind of throw them on there. They did amazingly. They fit. I don't think many motors will fit that frame because Emax chooses to do their own motor hole pattern to force you to run their motors, which is annoying, but hey. I'm not gonna open that Pandora's box. Paul McDonald says, yeah, modules. What I will say is the difference between a 1202 and a half and a 1204 is pretty big. It doesn't seem like a lot, but percentage-wise, that's a big change. That's like 40% more stator volume, so that's a big deal. Ramdonko says 0603 motors are on Amazon. Is that new or old? On my list anyway, old. 0603s and 0603s went away because the 0802s outperformed the shit out of them. Some people are digging these 0702s, but those seem to be racers that are looking for efficiency. I'm thoroughly convinced that 0802 is the right motor size on a 65 millimeter lightweight tiny whoop. hell, they'll pick up an Insta 360 Go 1, the original one. That's only 18 grams. 661FPV says EP2 is the receiver with ceramic antenna. Yep, that's the one I'm gonna get. Nice, 661. Frank Nicholas says Axis is making an expensive ELRS JR module. EP2 is ELRX smallest, has Wi-Fi ceramic antenna. Frank also says, I'm glad to loan you a jumper radio with internal multi-protocol that supports Red Pine. I appreciate that, Frank, but the jumper radios, the QX7s are the only radios that fit my gigantic, skinny-fingered hands. Long, skinny-fingered hands. So I appreciate that, but yeah, I need like an actual solution. You know, the Red Pine thing, I only have one AIO that would work with it, and the ELRS latency is so low that, like, fuck Red Pine. It's just annoying. 661 says Red Pine was out before MPM was popular. I don't even know what MPM is. Multi-protocol module. Got it. Go-Kart Mozart's in the house. He says, if you still have PS Plus, Dirt 5 is one of the free games this month. No shit. That's weird. I just looked at what the free games were last night, oddly enough. And it wasn't on there. Good racing game for your sim streams. Hot damn. I will be getting that for sure. Jesus. That's a hell of a free game. 661 says, I think you have to flash the internal XJT module to special Red Pine firmware. Yeah, fuck that. I'm just going to wait and go to ELRS. It's fine. Although, I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. I would really love to try it. Because it is going to take a while to go to Express LRS, and the Tiny Whoop that has the V2 module with the SPI receiver built in is the BT 2.0 one that's an absolute nuclear weapon to fly. So it would really make so much sense. Ugh. Slim says, what's up? Did I miss anything? Nah, not really. Double A's in the house. Athix says, did you put XT30 on the Nanohawk X? It came with XT30, actually. Freeloader dropping the link to my Patreon. Thank you, dude. Again, pretty soon we're going to be doing our giveaways for the night. If you want to get in on 3 of the 4 giveaways, you got to join my Patreon. Head over to CiottiFPV.com. It's the top button. $5 tier is going to get you in the running for some Tiny Whoop and Toothpick stuff. $10 a month tier is going to get you in for some 3-inch micro brushless and Cinewhoop stuff. $20 a month tier is going to get you in on some 5-inch stuff. And then the $30 and up tiers are going to get you in on everything. So if you only fly Tiny Whoops, you can just get on the tier for Tiny Whoop stuff. If you only fly 5-inch stuff, you can get in the tier for only 5-inch stuff. Yeah. We're probably going to get that going in like the next 10 minutes because I'm almost caught up on chat here. Frank Nicholas says, I have a big full-size jumper T18 and a jumper light game controller style with internal multi-module. Yeah, unfortunately, neither one of those work for me, for my hands. Tyler DD says, I tried Red Pine yesterday. I didn't care for it. Wow. Annoyingly off endpoints. Only supports high-low switches. No 3-position or sliders or potentiometers. I didn't like it. Yeah, I mean, losing the 3-position is a little bit annoying because I'll have to turn off my Horizon mode switch, but I cannot remember the last time I used Horizon mode on a Tiny Whoop. I only ever use it if my video goes out, if I'm like flying a real quad. So yeah, I'm kind of fine with that. The endpoints, I mean, you can just fix them in the receiver tab, right? And I don't really use my potentiometers for much of anything, so none of the pains in the ass about it really affect me all that much, so I'm still kind of interested in it. Metal Dirksen says, ELRS is already testing 1000 hertz. Apparently just wait for them to shoot every other protocol in the middle of its face. It's inevitable. Yeah, I'm very tempted to just wait for that. But if there's a way for me to, like, if there's a semi-easy way for me to get Red Pine going on these QX7s, either one of these QX7s, I'll do it. But it can't be a pain in the ass because I just don't have it in me anymore. It's hard for me to learn new things, and like, it flies the way it is, and it's gonna make it's also gonna mess me up because I'm gonna have one tiny whoop that's like super low latency, and then the rest of them are gonna be crazy latency because they don't have the built-in receivers. So yeah, it's not just me being lazy. It's mainly me being lazy. That's not the only thing. Cody Essay says, I run my TP3 on 3S. It's quiet, 55 grams dry, way more fun than 2S. Just got to have a couple spare arms using 1303.5, 5000 kV. 55 grams dry, it's pretty light. Yeah, the big thing I'm sort of worried about with this at the weight that it's at is that I'm just going to break these arms really easily. I do have a bunch of extra arms, so it's kind of whatever. But it could get annoying. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't really know how to build it any lighter, though. I mean, I really want the onboard DVR, and I think that's why it's so heavy, because it's got the big diamond VTX DVR board. I guess I could save some weight by putting on the Newbie drone canopy here with the smaller camera, but I mean, I'm going to be using the DVR recordings to try to do like a full tiny whoop edit, so I want the video to look good, you know? So, I don't know, I feel like it's at the weight that it needs to be at to do the job that I want it to do. So, yeah. Fly it and see how it is. Maybe it'll be great. What's going on over here in the Patreon-only live stream live? What are they called? Text channel. Tooth Fairy 2 Cinewoop Edition by Metal Dirtskin. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Bangs against the wall fantastically. John is talking about the this red cockroach frame they advertise on their website as extra durable. I am going to be ordering one to see what the hell that means, because I have a bunch of the non-extra durable ones, which are pretty damn durable. John Goblin dropping some images. Ooh, there's a Ripspook with 1504s. Now we're talking. Okay. Newsins FPV is typing. Alright, so I'm pretty much caught up on chat here. We're going to get going on the giveaways in a second. 661 FPV says there's no point in running Red Pine on a multi-protocol module. It won't have lower latency. Red Pine only has 1 millisecond latency on the internal XGT modules like your QX7. Yeah, 661, somebody had typed up above that I can flash some nonsense on my QX7 that'll do it. So, if I could figure out how to do that, I might. Avik says, at some point you get diminishing returns when it comes to new tech and time to try it. Yeah, I have a hard time with that. 661 said, Red Pine runs at 666 only on the internal XJT module and FR scale radios, not on MPM modules. Okay, good to know. And just like that, we are caught up on chat. So we are going to dive into the giveaways, and you know, I moved this light, and then I didn't really check it. It's not quite as bright as I would like it to be. So let me do something real quick here. Come on. How did I tighten this so hard? That's top to the left, right? Jesus Christ on a crutch. There we go. Okay. That's better. Okay. Now, I do have to stand it up a little bit more. Okay. I would like to turn it a little bit like that. There we go. That's a little bit better. And is that full beans? No, it's not. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why would it do that? Why do you do that, friend? Come on. There we go. Alright, that's okay. I'm okay with that. Alright, friends. There's a Patreon only channel on patron only channel on my Discord called The Video Collective. In the Video Collective, you guys can post your edits for each other to watch, but while I'm doing the giveaways, I play 3 of the most recent edits that are in there. Izzy Boop dropped an Orca comparison. I tend to play flight edits in there because I have to put my own audio over them. So I'm gonna skip that, but you guys should check out Izzy Boop's channel. It's really awesome. Pinata drone. Yeah. All right. There's some flying in there. Good. So we're gonna watch Pinata drone. Let me just mute this real quick. And all right, there's where the flying starts, and that's muted, and okay, cool. So we're gonna watch that, and then we're gonna watch some of Squintz's most recent edits called Dive City, which is really, really good. You guys are gonna, I'm not gonna have to tell you to go watch it after you see a little bit of this. You're just gonna go watch it. And then we're going to get a little bit of Jackalope FPV. Pond Racing. So those are going to be the 3 edits that we watched tonight. I'm going to put my own music on top of them so that YouTube doesn't get all grumpy copyright-wise. And while that... Oh, how the hell am I going to do this? With one monitor. Oh. Oh. How am I gonna do this? Hold on a second. Let me see how I can do this. I think I might know how to do this. I might just really quickly put everybody. We might just skip it this time. But let me at least try one thing real quick here. If I try that, what's that gonna do? Monitor system. Hey, look at that. Okay, so I can do that. All right, so I'm gonna skip Izzy's video because there's a bunch of vloggy stuff in it, and I'm just gonna put on Adam's video because it's fucking rad. So for today, we're just gonna watch Adam's video. I think I'll be able to put music under it. And yeah, we're gonna be good to go. So if I do that, that's gonna load, and that's just gonna kind of run. All right, friends. I'm just gonna use this to basically hide everything that I'm doing. And here you go. I'll be back with the giveaways all set up. I need to turn on desktop. Oh, here we go. All right, well, desktop audio is not working. I got to, oh my God, why is it doing that? Hold on, I got to quit out of OBS and come back in. Bear back. God damn it. All right, let's see if that worked. Nope. What the hell? Oh, wait, okay, hold on. Come on, man. What? What's the deal? What? Yeah. I don't know. Wow. This is brutal. I'll just play it through the speakers. Man, stuff just... Live streaming is just about the most frustrating thing you could possibly do. My God, every single time you do it, it's just roll the dice. Just some shit ain't gonna work. Oh, it's playing the goddamn audio from YouTube. Okay. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. We are just gonna scrap this. Remove. You're just gonna have to watch me do it. Here, I'll put up, it'll be weird for you to watch me do it, so I'm just gonna put this up. I'll be back. You guys can at least listen to that. Computer, please. Please. Oh shit. Downloading this. Halfway done, guys. Yeah, I'm using this fucking song in an edit for real. I'm down with this. Alright, people. Good timing. End of the song, end of setting these up. Hello! Wait, hold on. Let me turn off that text. Alright, look at me! Future me will thank past me. Here's a bunch of the stickers that are over on the Etsy store if you want to get into win that full build thingy. Little holographic old logo. Big holographic old logo. Oh. 90s vibin'. I think there's only one of these left. It's holographic. Nut grabber stickers, Little Matt, Magnet, Clam Man, he says never give up. Matt, this is clear, this is going to be going up tonight or tomorrow. This is a clear background. Holographic new logo. Good little companion for the new logo. And the big circle Micro King Burger King. Many of these were designed by, the really good ones of these were designed by CiottiFPV. If you need graphic design and you go to anybody else, I will cut you. Alright. Wheels are good to go. That's not the right one. That's not the right one either. Or is it? It is! This is our first wheel. Let me make sure I'm not behind on chat real quick. Just sing for us. Not on the new computer. There is a Discord kinetic. It's linked over on CiottiFPV.com. Yusuf says, I'm new to FPV, my first whoop won't bind, only 3 beeps. AIO might have shit the bed. Or you've got a mismatch between the RPM filtering. Like, if you have RPM filtering turned on in Betaflight, turn it off and see if you get the 5 beeps. Yeah, with an AIO, that is typically the only reason that you should be having that issue. That is found in the configuration menu of Betaflight. Alright, so first up, man, it is... I know I keep saying this, but it is real difficult to do this with only one monitor. Hold on. Well, that doesn't matter. First up, we've got the $5 a month Tiny Whoop and Toothpick tier. And we are going to be doing a Red Shifters 75mm motor-to-motor frame. This one is set up for the HD camera, the one that comes in the Mobula HD, which is a Runcam Split Nano, I believe it's called. Whatever the Mobula HD has for a HD cam, this is set up to house that HD cam up front. I will throw in extra camera mounts so you can put a regular old camera up front, but it does have provisions for that HD cam, which is really, really cool. And this is the puller version, so you're going to get better flight performance out of this than the pushers. A set of Hurricane 3016 tri-blades, 2 sets of the 51mm Gem Fan ducted props, the 4-blade ones. One of these 2S PH 2.0 thingies, one of the 1S ones from Newbie Drone, and then a set of these We Bleed FPV Whoop Gate double-sided adhesive jib jabs. That's the technical name. Here are the folks that are on this tier. How am I going to do this? I'm just going to have to do this blindly. That button. Here's everybody that's on this tier. I'm going to go fast because you guys can rewind and pause and slow motion and all that good stuff. If you don't see your name, take it up with Patreon. I have no control over that, but they are really good. They will help you out. So let's see. Am I still good? Yep, I'm still good. Let's see who wins. The goat wails. The wheel stops spinning halfway through. Oh, it's going to be Joshua Bardwell, isn't it? Nope, it's Eighth. Oh, it is Aethix. Congratulations, Aethix. You have won some Tiny Whoop things. Let me write your name down on here. And I'll grab your address off of Patreon and send you some stuff. Aythix. Awesome. Next up, we've got the 3-inch micro brushless and Cinewhoop tier, and you guys are gonna get some of my sponsor props on this one, which you shouldn't care about, but maybe you will, as well as this little 3D printed M3 hex driver for all you micro people. This is really nice to have in your bag. And then it's going to be, so this is 20 pieces, so that's 4, 8, 12, 16, 5, so 5, 10, so 10, 5 or 10 sets of these GemFan 3028s in clear, so that if you have props in view, you can see right through them. Look at that. They, when you get your sponsor stuff, they bag it by left hand, left side high versus right side high, which is amazing. So yeah, I'm just gonna shoot you guys these because I've moved on from these propellers. These are still really good propellers. They're kind of the third best propellers. They're still pretty good. As well as a Hack RC F7 flight controller that we reviewed, not really reviewed, but talked about a week or so ago. I actually really like this 20x20 flight controller. They did a lot of really cool things on this, and they put the pads in the right spots. So let's see who wins this flight controller and some other fun stuff on the $10 a month tier. We want this button here. Let me make sure it's, yep. And we're going to come over here. Here's the list of names. I'm going to go fast. And you can go back if you'd like. There you guys all are. Let's see who's gonna win. The goat knows that the winner's name is Joe Kurtzall. Nope, not even close. It's either Nukem or Aaron. Who gonna be? Nukem 720. Congratulations, brother. You have won some things. I'm gonna write your name down. Grab your info off Patreon and send you some things. NEUKOM 720. It's like the weed number, but 300 more. I don't know what that means, but I like it. Congrats, Nukem. You got some stuff. Man, I gotta do a lot of shipping here. I haven't shipped anything out from the 12 hours of Christmas because I'm waiting on those blades to come in, which is perfect. I love having an excuse as to why I'm being a lazy shit with shipping. I appreciate that. Next up, we've got the 5-inch tier. It's going to be, is that 3 sets? It looks like 3 sets of the super secret smoke and purple Ethics P3 props. Also, it's going to be 3 sets of the GemFan F4 propellers. These are the pre-production ones that aren't as strong as the new F4S's. So fair warning, don't fly these over unrecoverable spots. And courtesy of T-Bird, a FPV Cycle Prototype 5 with a whole bunch of hardware. It looks like pink standoffs, and yeah, this is a great frame. I built this frame. I was really impressed by it. It's more for DJI. It's not really an analog frame. I built it as analog, and it was kind of fine as an analog frame, but it's more specifically meant for DJI. So that is going to be the third wheel here. Let's get it going. Here is the list of folks that are on it. And let's see who's going to win it. Somebody's getting a Prototype 5 in their life, and that person is either Stephen Pratt or WOM FPV. It is all WOM, all FPV. I think WOM won something on the 12 Hours of Christmas, which is amazing because I can save on shipping. Congratulations, WOM. You've got a Prototype 5. WOM FPV. That brings us to cocktail hour with an emphasis on the cock. What the hell does that mean? This is our Super Chat and PayPal based giveaway. I've got a fresh wheel up here for it. Let me just close out these other glip-glops here. Metal Dixon says, one annoying thing about that HackRC flight controller uses Maytech F722 target, so if you flash it, you will probably lose the black box. Really? What's that about? That's weird. News in FPV says, am I not able to give the homie Yusuf a link to Discord? Correct. Yeah, only moderators can drop links. But you just go to CiottiFPV.com, scroll down, there's a Discord button. But to get full Discord access, you have to join the Patreon page. The non-Patreon Discord doesn't have like live stream live, it doesn't have the video collective. To get full access, you gotta give me 10 cents a day. Alright. Look at that! License to Drive super chatted $5.30, and I saw it on the not the viewfinder, on the OBS screen. So, this is how it works. Super chat and PayPal based giveaway. If you do a super chat, YouTube's going to take 30%. I'm cool with that. If you're not cool with that, you can go to CiottiFPV.com, scroll down, there's a PayPal button. I'm going to leave my email opened here, so I'll see the PayPals come through, but also throw in the chat, tag me, say, yo, Ciotti, I sent you $5 on PayPal, just to be sure. For this giveaway, it is, courtesy of T-Bird again, the Toolkit RC M4Q quad charger. Quad is in 4 ports. This is a great micro and tiny whoop charger. I want to say 3 sets of these GemFan Flash 5149s. These are my favorite lightweight high-pitch propeller. And 3 sets of these HQ 3x2.5x3s. Don't run these on a rig that's got a cranked up PID tune. These are not super well balanced. They'll absolutely fly, but if you have a really aggressive PID tune, be careful with these, because, yeah, they're not perfectly balanced like GemFan props are. So License to Drive did a 4-pound super chat, and he says, put spin again on the wheel. So that's going to be the first one that goes on there. Thank you for the support, my man. And there it is. I am just going to run this over here. John Goblin with a $10. Oh, so here's how it works. $5 super chat gets you on the wheel once. $10 super chat or PayPal gets you on the wheel twice. I forgot to mention that. Sorry, fellas. So yeah, 5 for on the wheel once, 10 for on the wheel twice. John Goblin did a super chat for 10, so he's going to go on the wheel 2 times. Once. And that's not how it works. Let me get a bunch of spaces going here. And all right, there we go. Actually, I'm gonna leave it on this camera because my email is here. And new $10 patron, Eon1. Thank you for joining the madness. We call ourselves the Collective because we're all Star Trek nerds at heart, but mainly because we're sharing info. That's kind of how this live stream began way back when. What else we got going on over here? Christopher Hopkins sent 25 on PayPal at 1010. Keep it up, you rock. Thank you very much, Christopher. That was before this. You know, the giveaway starts when I say like now. So stuff that comes in before that is just people kind of supporting me. All right, here we go. Hey, look, an Etsy email. I haven't seen that in forever. Glenn Burnett sent $5 on PayPal. He says, thanks for what you do. Thanks for supporting what I do, Glenn. Very cool of you. I'm going to put you on the wheel. There it is. Chopper FPV with a $10 super chat. He's going on the wheel 2 times. Once and twice. Thank you, brother. Metal Dirtskin with a $10 super chat. He's going on the wheel 2 times as well. Once and twice. Thank you, brother. Had to order tweet grips for my new radio in Ciotti Purple. Got to get back on that train. Very cool. Quad Mods FPV with $6.99 Canadian. He says, leave your rooster out of this. I'm going to assume, Quad Mods, that is the equivalent of $5 in cheeseburger hot dog monies. And I'm going to put you on the wheel one time. If I'm wrong, let me know. Cody Essay with $6.99 Californian Canadian. I'm going to make the same assumption. He says Manic Mondays. Thank you guys for the support. Awful kind of you. All right. And let me make sure I didn't miss anything here in the chat. Scrolling up a little bit. License to Drive, I got you on there. John, I got you on there. Chopper, I've got you on there as well. Metal Dirtskin, you're there. Quad Mods, you're good. Cody Essay, you're good. Daily Mint, I haven't seen that name before. Welcome if it's your first time, or if you've just been lurking. I don't know. Say things. Say more things if you've been lurking, because the people in the chat are amazing, and they know just as much as I do. Riot9 with 666 Australian. He says, about 5 cheeseburger dollars. 1 entry, please, sir. On the wheel, Riot9 goes. All right, that is good to go there. Let's jump back into email. Frank Nicholas with a $10 PayPal for the gear fund, though. So let's get that thrown in there. Thank you, Frank. Very cool of you. 50 goes up to 60. Look at us go. All right, Daily Mint has been. Gotcha. Good. I like that. I like when you got it really is like one of my favorite things about these live streams, like the whole, you know, the whole live streaming for the last year and a half thing, right? 200 and some odd live streams. One of the best things has been like seeing you guys in the chat, hanging out, sharing info, talking shit, becoming friends. Like I love that. That was, I didn't expect that. To be quite honest, I which is funny because I've always followed a lot of live streamers, and I've always become friends with the people in chat. So I don't know why I just didn't connect the dots on that other people would do that in my chat. So yeah, that's been super cool to see that, to see you guys doing that. So keep it up. You guys are amazing. All right, I think we might be good. You've got like 30 seconds or so to get in on this giveaway for this M4Q charger. Bunch of these 5149s and a bunch of these 3 by 2.5 by 3s. And then we're going to play with ghosts. RC Quads for the win. Sent 5 on PayPal for 1 entry. Thank you for letting me know in the chat. RC Quads, my email must be a little slow. I'm going to manually put you on here. Alright. Coil Locker sent PayPal for 10. I'm going to put you on here twice. There we go. Once and twice. Gotcha, my man. And B-Man FPV with a $5 super chat. He says, hit me. I can't reach, but I'll put you on the wheel instead. Dad jokes all day up in this motherfucker. All right, cool. I think we're good to go. I am going to... Oh, there it is. All right. So I just got a PayPal email. Daniel Maurer sent $5. He's going on the wheel. Javier Gallardo joined Patreon. Welcome to the collective, Javier. Thank you for the support. Very, very cool of you. Dan is going on the wheel, and all right, I'm gonna leave my email down. I'm gonna open this up, and I'm gonna scroll through the list of folks so that you guys can make sure that you're on here. All right, so there you guys are. If you sent money and you're not on this wheel, speak quickly, or you definitely won't win. And just tag me in the chat. Just type CiottiFPV in the chat and tell me how many times to put you on the wheel. Okay, cool. I think we're pretty much good to go. B-Man loves dad jokes. Oops, that's not the right button. Get mail. All right, cool. I think the delay is about 7 seconds, so I think we're good to go. We're gonna spin this wheel. Somebody's gonna win, and I'm gonna mail them some stuff. Let's see who it's gonna be. This button, shuffle button a bunch. Here we go. Oh no! Goat damn near suffered an industry. It's either John or Metal, and it's Metal Dirtskin. Congratulations, brother. You have won a charger and some props. Metal Dirt Skin. Oh, I never noticed it's Metal Dirt and Skin. Wow. Metal Dirt and Skin. I'm the worst. Carbon Cage says, do you have goon bags over there? I don't even know what goon bags are. Congrats, Metal. You've got some stuff coming at you. I am going to be a busy bastard shipping a bunch of stuff this week to you, beautiful people, as some late Christmas presents. And it's pretty exciting. Can't wait for you guys to get your hands on this stuff. One other person says, no worries, it's kind of a silly name. Even all the good ones were taken. Ain't that the truth? Cool. This is good to go. Let me collapse this down. There come the rest of the emails. There's Coil Locker. Okay, cool. All right, so we are good to go here. Let me just mark this as unread. And let me mark this as unread as well. And okay, cool. Good to go. So let's play with ghosts, friends. I specifically didn't look anything up, so I'm going into this totally blind, and I haven't really read much of anything. So let's just type into Google Immersion RC Ghost and see what we get. Let's head on over to Immersion RC's website. Goonbag is known as box wine. Yeah, we have box wine. Not a big wine guy. It angers my stomach. Okay, so let's go to support. And well, let's go to the product. Look at that stock image. Let's go to the product page and see what's what. See latest ghost stuff. Product specs. What I'm basically looking for is an updater. I'm sure that this module is not up to date. I will read that in 1 second, license. So yeah, I just want to, here we go, firmware and downloads. This is where it's going to live. OpenTX custom firmware. Ghost is fully supported in the stable OpenTX 2.3.13 release. This includes full support for Ghost Protocol. So I'm going to have to update OpenTX. That sucks a bag of donkeys.
Beta flight firmware was complete. Support for Ghost. Latest development build. Beta flight configure. Enable expert mode. Switch in the firmware update page and select development. All right. I'm putting this onto an old flight controller, so I'm going to need to update that. That's fine. Release notes. All right. Here we go. This is probably what I need. Maybe not. Maybe not. So I thought there would be a a little piece of software to upload the damn thing. Let me just latest version beta flight configurator with the ghost option protocol. Download it from here. Let's see where this drives to. Yeah, it's a nightly. Okay, what is it? 10 point. Okay, so it's just the configurator. Okay, so I'm on my configurator is 10.8, so I'm good to go there. So I'll need to update OpenTX, which is annoying, but whatever, it's fine. Is that it? There is a macOS Ghost Updater app. I assume there would be. Is it in here? Yeah, look at that. Ghost Updater. Hooray! Alright, so let's get... yeah. So sensitive, this computer. This old computer is just so afraid of viruses. It's unbelievable. Oh, you son of a bitch. This computer is also too old for the Ghost Updater. So I'm going to have to do it off camera, which means that it's completely useless. Well, I mean, there's not really anything for me to show you. Oh, updating OpenTX is not really all that interesting. Well, and I don't have the, I also don't have the, I also don't have the hub hooked up to the M1 Mac Mini right now, and I don't have any free USB ports. So I don't really have a way. I lied. I have one. Okay, so I'll get it going over there. I'll download it over there. I can plug in here. I can plug in up here. So I'll get that going here on the M1, and then I will poop my pants. First things first. And then I'll update OpenTX over here. So you guys can watch me update OpenTX. It'll just be fucking thrilling. And then it'll just work. So I'm coming down here and looking for firmware downloads. Here we go. macOS Edition. Okay, great. So that's going. Allow. Downloading. Great. Ghost Updater. Beautiful. I am going to pull that into applications, and there's the Ghost Updater. Great! Oh, right. No. Let me force it to let... No, not energy saver, you donkey. Athix, probably not. I stay away from like custom voice packs because it tends to like ruin things for like I don't want to hear the same thing over and over and over again. That's not I find like the stock voice packs after you've heard them 7,000 times are a lot less obnoxious than the aftermarket. Aftermarket's a weird word for that, but I think you know what I'm saying. Hey, all right, welcome to Ghost, it says. I'm gonna plug in the... Why did I think it would be a US... Oh, because this is what I need for OpenTX. Here we go. This is what I need. This cable is gonna go over here. And it's gonna plug it. Look how exciting this is. And I can't even plug it in. Ready? Works well. Port. Is that supposed to light up when I plug it in, do you guys think? What do you think? Let's try plugging it in somewhere else. See what happens. See what happens. Nothing. Okay. Well, you know. Maybe I don't... Oh, you know what No, I do. I do have it plugged in over here. I'm going to plug it directly into the computer. Let's see what happens. Come on. Nothing. Nothing happens. Oh, I gotta do this while it's plugged into the radio, don't I? So that it gets power from the JR bay. All right, taking Crossfire out, putting Ghost in, powering on transmitter. Let's see what happens. Oh, I gotta put it onto a Crossfire module, so it'll send power to the module. Oh! Hey, look at that! It's ghostly. It made a little noise. It's got a little red light in the back. Look how amazing that is. Whee! Okay. And now there's a port. Look at that. Okay, so welcome to Ghost. 10.5.2 beta. I'm just gonna go with the stable release. And branch path, that's interesting. Update Ghost. Yay! Flashing firmware 10.0.5.0 stable. Happy days are here at last. Now we're gonna hook the other cable up to the old computer and update OpenTX. Athix says I'm running Edge TX, very cool. Freelojo says has to be hooked to the radio. Freelojo also says Edge Ghost Emu for shit, just working, providing a wire correct. Brandon's Beans says Edge TX 2.5. I think that little beep was update complete, and then sure enough, there it is, update's complete. Please rebind all receivers to update their firmware. Okay. So we're good. Ghost Updater is done. Module has been updated. Very exciting. What a great little logo. Little ghostly boy. Alright, so that's all set. That was too easy. Look at all these antennas. If that doesn't excite you, I don't blame you. Let's update OpenTX. What do you say? Yeah, I'm gonna need to turn it back on. Man, this radio is getting banged up. This radio is old and moldy. Hold on, let me do this before I forget. Alright. And... Okay. There we go. Alright, so that's plugged back in. You guys like my pajama pants? Do they turn you guys on? So to update this, what is it? It's I think it's trim in, right? Both of these trims in, and then you turn it on, and then it doesn't work. What? 661 says Amber's dead. Emily is where it's at now. Edge TX sound pack, is it better? Philojo says Edge Ghost. I'm old school. I'm Amber forever. B-Man says Flux capacitor is fluxing. 661 says I would still leave that on Ghost and get $40 Happy Model module for ELRS. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I already made up my mind that I'm doing this. Bob Noxious says, did you know Joshua Bardwell said he's moved to Ghost on all of his 5-inch quads? Am I right about this, collective? That's pretty rad. JB has a video to update your radio. Yeah. But I should have OpenTX on this computer. How do I, somebody just tell me what to do so I don't have to look it up. I forget. How do you turn the radio on so that it'll work in OpenTX? OpenTX is coming up. Here it is. Unable to check for updates. Great. Thanks for nothing. Chuck Sauls likes turtles. I could have sworn it was both trim sticks in and then power button. It is. There it is. Plugging in, USB connected. There we go. Okay, great. Alright. So, OpenTX, my God, I have not been inside you for a long time. Oh, hey! That's not at all what I wanted. Man, it's been forever. So let's see what we got here. Let's back up radio to file. That's nice and safe. 20, 22, 1, 10, white, QX7, back up. And we'll just throw that on the desktop. What the hell? Alright, let's give that a second here. Athix says Bob was right about Ghost on all of Joshua's 5-inch rigs. Wow, that's pretty rad. 661 says Ghost runs on FLRC, which is better. Remy Tim says hold trim. Yep, got that. Brandon says if you flash ELRS to the Ghost TX, then one antenna is off all the time. What? They never coded for diversity TX. Keep Ghost and use it since you have it. Get an HM TX module. Yeah, I mean, I'm not... Like, what would I run Ghost on, though, Brandon? Right? Like, it's not going to go on any of my 5-inch rigs or the Cinewhoops. And there's not really going to be a way to put it on the Tiny Whoops that's built in and lightweight. You know, so I don't have anything to run it on. And I also don't like the idea of swapping modules back and forth because it wears those pins out. I've already had issues with those pins. Okay, read models and settings from radio. That's, I think, what I want to do. Hey, here we go. All right, so then I think there's an update icon over here somewhere. Backup radio to file. I already did that. Read models, write models. Maybe it's up on top. New, open, recent files, save, close. Edit radio settings, copy, paste, view log file, download. That sounds good. Latest download 221. So is that what? No. Okay. Jesus. Published 24th of June. There's a much newer than that, I'm sure. 2.3.13. I mean, if I'm going to stay with Ghost, then I'm going to put Ghost on the Tiny Whoops. You guys will never, ever, ever convince me to run 2.4 on my cinematic rigs. It's just not going to happen. Like, save your breath. They're going to be 900 megahertz forever. There's a chance eventually I might go on to ELRS 900, but that's going to be quite a ways off. There would need to be some real serious benefits over Crossfire. I don't like the idea of Ghost because it's not going to get built into any of these AIO boards. And even though the Ghost receivers are lightweight, they still weigh 1 point something grams. And on a Tiny Whoop, that makes a big difference. What am I doing here? Why is this not... Is it because the companion is old? Oh, I'm asking it to down... Oh, OpenTX is like BL Heli. The version is built into the what they call a companion. Okay. So I gotta grab this. Wait, no. Let me get the more updated one. It's probably in downloads. Here we go. What was this? This was 2.3.13. They've got 2.3.14. It's a whole month newer. This would probably be a good time to go to Ghost. Go to Edge TX. But, no. This will be fine. Alrighty, okay, blah, 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 blah. Alright, there we go. Oh, come on. You can do it. Download it. Alright, it's going to open when it's done. Freeload says 3-inch Ghost and Hybrid. Yeah, I am going to do one of those, but just that one. Kevin Sumner says get one of the Access Flying ELRS modules. Probably not. He also says, of course, I flashed my Ghost module over to ELRS. I hate that one of the antennas is going to not work. That's really annoying. Really annoying. Alright, cool. So let's kill the old... I should just overwrite, but sometimes it doesn't. And we'll put the new one in here, and away we shall go. Cool. What else is gone? Metal says, rerunners are my parts stash. All the FR Sky RXs are going to box mark things I'll never use again. Frank Nicholas says, if you're going to use ELRS versus Ghost, then you're going to have to switch modules. No, I've got two transmitters. One the white transmitter here is going to become my backup transmitter that I'm going to use for the Tiny Whoops with ELRS. And this fancy new carbon fiber QX7S is going to become my main module for Crossfire. Frank also says no ELRS modules for 2.4 gigahertz I've seen support 2 antennas. Oh, okay. Well, then I'm fine with it. I'm fine. That's fine. Brandon's Baked Bean says he can flash that Ghost TX to ELRS with an ST link. It's still going to work fine. You'd hate that. No, I mean, if the other... I thought that it was, yeah, I didn't realize that the other modules only use one antenna. That's fine. 661 says, wait, the Ghost module only does 350 milliwatts. Right, sell that thing, bro. Nope, I just bought it, and it's for tiny whoops, so who gives a rat's ass? Athix says, I don't know about Ghost, but ELRS is crossfire settings. You can just drop in any crossfire config radio or quad. I have no idea what that means, Athix. What do you, I don't know what that is. What am I downloading? Am I downloading that same thing again? I am. Get me off of this page. Get out of here. Did that not launch? What are you doing? You being angry? Launch, you bastard. It's absolutely insane that I'm not going to Edge TX right now, but I think I would have to rebind everything, and I don't know. It's still kind of new, and I haven't done my research on it, so I got to make sure before I go doing that, because this is my transmitter that I need for work. Glenn Burnett says, Ciotti and Athix both use CRSF protocol. What's that mean? What's both mean? What where is it going? What's happening? Where is it going? Is it just going away? So I have 18 of these verifying windows open. Oh, you shitbag. I hate computers. I hate this. They just... Ah, there we... Okay. I had a feeling I was going to have to do this. I got to do the little security thing. Where the hell is it? There it is. And open anyway. Yes. Great. Let's try this again. Now we're talking. Okay, cool. Glenn Burnett says both ELRS and Ghost. Both Express LRS and Ghost use Crossfire protocol. What the hell? What? I just gave it permission to open. What's that in reference to? Is that just like a... are we just... is that just like an interesting tidbit of knowledge, or is that in reference to something that we were talking about? Open anyway! Come on! What are you doing? Please just work. Please just work. What? Why won't... Coilocker says no rebinding with Edge TX. That's pretty cool. I really like that. Metal Dirkson says I didn't have to rebind when I went to Edge TX unless QX7 is different. Joski says right click then open. Nope, that's not it. It's a security issue. Here we go. I got it. Frank Nicholas says when you update your radio for the Ghost future LRS module in the radio config, you need to select external module. In the flight control, you need to select SRSF for the RX module. So SRSF is what I'm looking for in Betaflight. So yeah, OpenTX is having a crisis, and it just won't open. And it's midnight, and I am absolutely not in the mood to do this. So we updated the module. Other than this, eventually when I get OpenTX updated, it'll just work. And yeah, not really much to see now. OpenTX won't even try to open. I probably just need to restart the computer. Yeah, now it's like I click the application, it just disappears. So yeah, there's that, which is annoying. Frank recommending that I put it on the micro SD card. Riot9 says they mean when you select external module, it's Crossfire you select. Oh, okay, gotcha. I mean, that's already what I have it on. So, and that's the model I'd be using. So yeah, I don't even need to change that. Athix says last message. You can take a Crossfire module out of your radio, put your next one on, and just use it even the Lua. Glenn Burnett says Athix. Says Crossfire settings. You drop Crossfire config radio quad. I was answering this. Gotcha. Frank says CRSF. Got it. Apache says good morning. Just in time for it to end, brother. Kevin Sumner says no, you don't need to restart the computer. You need to light it on fire and get on the M1. Yeah, I'm trying. There's just not enough hours in the day for me to get what I need to get done, unfortunately. Story of my life lately. So yeah, I guess we'll just wrap this up. I don't know. I'm tired and frustrated, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it's Crossfire protocol, maybe I don't need to update the damn thing, but I'll update it anyway. Yeah, let's just wrap it up. Let me grab the battery before that one at the stables to show you guys here on the way out. And get some music going for you. And yeah, we will reconvene Wednesday at 8 o'clock for Whoop Wednesday. I think it's going to be here. I'm going to convert this 2S Insta360 Go 2 carrier over to BT 2.0, which is going to be rad. And then maybe we'll do some prop testing. It's got the GemFan tri-blades on it right now. I want to try it with the GemFan quad blades, but I also want to try it with these wacky HQ bi-blades. And then I've also got the ASI tri-blades, and I've got the HQ quad blades. So we'll try this thing on a bunch of different props. What else are we gonna do? We are going to rebuild, now that I have the replacement motors, the 1S Insta360 Go carrier. Basically, this is a 2S Insta360 Go carrier. This is gonna be a 1S Insta360 Go carrier. I have a feeling that this thing is gonna get torn down eventually, and I'm gonna stick with this, but I gotta put this up in the air and see if it makes enough power with these motors. So yeah, we'll get this thing put back together, which unfortunately is going to involve direct soldering 2 new motors up, which is going to potentially be a cursing fiesta. And then maybe we'll even play with this little guy. This is a little 6mm motored brushed rig that I need to find an old version of Betaflight for. I need to find like Betaflight 3.5.7 for this wacky crazy bee board. I think I actually already have that, but I believe what I need to figure out is how to get this into boot mode. And I think I was trying to do this at Maggie's place where I don't really have any tools, and I think the problem is just that the button is under the camera. So I think I just need to pull this apart to get to the bind button to then... this is on Butterflight right now. So I just want to get this onto Betaflight. This is one of the 2 tiny whoops that I gave to Maggie, Sage, and Felix in case they ever want to learn how to fly with the Beta FPV light radio, and I leave my extra pair of Fat Sharks in that spare bedroom there. So yeah, I want to get this on the beta flight so that they have 2 little tiny whoops. If they choose to learn to fly, they will have them ready for them, and they can just pound the living snot out of them. Bob Noxious says, later collective, CiottiFPV, always a pleasure. Good having you, my man. Family Guy says, have a good night. See you on Wednesday. I will see you guys then. Here comes some music and some flying. I love you guys. I hope you like the new lighting setup. If you don't, suck it. Just kidding. Love you guys. How do I do? Man, this is hard to. Alright, so I need that and then this. Okay, cool. Enjoy some flying. See you guys Wednesday. Later.